Hey guys, we're here today. We're going to talk about Snap-on tools. There's a lot of controversy about Snap-on tools, and are they worth the cost? Well, I'm here to tell you. The answer is a resounding maybe. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Some of their tools are better than other tools. Some of their tools have better materials that are used. Some of their tools are better designed than other tools. Sometimes they're not. So it's a case of buyer beware and do your research on a few things. But I'm going to show you a few tools here that I think it's worth buying Snap-on, and I'll let you in on my methods of buying Snap-on without breaking the bank. Alright, here we have the Snap-on tools that I own. We'll start right here. This particular ratchet, this is a Snap-on TLL72. It's a 1/4 inch drive, extra long handle. I think it's a 9.5 inch long socket, 72 tooth gear head, sealed unit. Not just this particular one, but I do believe that Snap-on ratchets are some of the better ones out there. Not to say that they're the end-all be-all, but they do make a very nice ratchet. When you start looking at the pricing on ratchets, they're not too out of line, especially if you do what I've done. I bought this used. Now you have to be careful. Snap-on tools like this have a lifetime warranty, so you're pretty safe buying it used. If you find out that the ratchet mechanism is messed up, you can get that replaced. And everything else you can pretty much do a visual inspection on and tell if it's in good shape before you purchase it. So I highly recommend buying things like ratchets on the used market. You have to be careful though. Some Snap-on tools are not lifetime warranty. You'll get into some trouble if you have a torque wrench. Torque wrenches, I'm not sure if they're not covered under the Snap-on warranty or if you just have to send them back to the factory and pay to have them recalibrated when they work on them. But they can be a little bit tricky, so do your research on torque wrenches. I don't know about some of the electronic items, but most of your hand tools like this, pretty safe to buy in the used market. And you can usually get them, almost half off, which makes them not unreasonable compared to similar ratchets for what is a better tool. So pretty much any Snap-on ratchet that's the newer, the 1/4 inch drive units are 72 tooth gear heads. The 3/8 and the 1/2 inch, I believe, are both 80 tooth. But the newer style, and you can tell that because the old style have screws on the back of the head here. The new style ones have the screws on the plate here on the drive side. So I'm building my collection of Snap-on ratchets. This is the only one I've got right now. I've got my eyes open for a nice 3/8 one, but I'm not buying one new. I'll wait until I can find a deal on one, because like I said, they're nice tools. I'm not sure that they're worth spending the full retail price on. So you've got Snap-on ratchets. Another thing that I purchased, used of course, Snap-on crow's feet. Snap-on crow's feet are very well designed, and I don't know for sure, but I believe they use a better quality metal than some of the other brands. If you get into some of these bigger pieces where you can be putting a fair amount of torque onto a fastener, these don't open up like some of the other brands might. So again, I purchased these used. They weren't unreasonably priced, so I say why not buy the best. I kind of believe in the buy once, cry once philosophy, but not to the point of buying new tools. I'm just, like I said, I've slowly accumulated most of my tools over a longer period of time, so you can you can wait and buy some pretty good bargains on stuff. Here is a tool that, as far as I know, Snap-on is the only company that makes this style wrench. This is an open-ended angle wrench. Now you might say lots of people make, or lots of companies make an open-ended angle wrench, which is true. But Snap-on in particular, I have a standard wrench here. This is a short-bodied wrench, but it's a standard box combination wrench. And you'll notice the head on this is at a 15-degree angle to the body or the handle area. Now most of the combination angle wrenches that you'll find have a 15-degree and a 60-degree head. These combination angle wrenches, they're the same size on both sides, and most companies have a 15-degree and a 60-degree head. Snap-on, and there may be other manufacturers that do this, I'm not aware of them, has a 30-degree and a 60-degree head. So what that gives you is, if you have a full set of both regular combination and open angle wrenches, that gives you a 15-degree head, a 30-degree head, and a 60-degree head, instead of duplicating the 15-degree head. So that's why I really believe that these Snap-on angle wrenches are well worth the money. This is actually an older set, probably from the 60s. You can tell the handle areas of a different design, but they're still the same angles. I can even take this and lay it on here and you'll be able to see that the heads are at different angles. And what that does is it allows you 3 different options for getting onto a nut or a bolt if it's in confined spaces. So that's why I believe the Snap-on angle wrenches are, in fact, they're pretty pricey, even on the used market, but they definitely have an advantage that you can't get in other tools or other brands of angle head wrenches. The last thing I've got here, like I said, this is actually the middle size wrench that Snap-on makes. They make a standard length wrench. This is what's called a short length. And then they make a midget, which is the really short ones. I picked these up. They were reasonably priced and handy size to have for aircraft work where you're in smaller, tighter spaces. I will probably get a set of the midget wrenches, but I don't know if I'll buy them from Snap-on. If I find a good deal on a set, I might. But for a wrench like that, they're so short, you can't really get much leverage on them. So it's not as critical that they be as durable of a material or even as strong in the head region, just because you can't put the leverage on it to open the head or anything. So I'm on the lookout for a set of those, but again, if I don't find them, I'll probably just buy a different brand. But these are the tools that I own from Snap-on. I believe all of them are worth the money. So if you're asking yourself, is Snap-on worth the money for these tools? The answer is yes. Even full price, I think there's enough positive side to these particular tools that it makes it worth it. But like I said, I've bought most of these on the used market just because you can get on eBay and save 50% off a list price and go from there. And I'm all about saving money. Now, I will say if you're in school and you're looking at the Snap-on student program and the options they offer for discounts, you might want to consider buying these. I probably would not buy sockets or some of the more generic, less expensive items while I was in school, just because you can spend a whole lot of money on tools not knowing what you're really going to use. But some of these more expensive items, like these angle wrenches, are substantially more than just a regular combination wrench. The crow's feet are pretty expensive, so use your discount on those while you're in school and you've got that good discount. Alright, that wraps up my video on the Snap-on tools that I recommend. If you've enjoyed this, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel. I do put out aviation related videos and some other interesting stuff that hopefully you'll enjoy. Go ahead and subscribe so you get notified when I push something out. And blue skies, and have fun wrenching.